Greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. As usual, we will pull a rune, a tarot card, and another rune for each position, getting as much clarity as we can for your weekly rune reading. At the very end, stay tuned because we will get an oracle card from this week's Soul's Journey Oracle deck. I hope to earn your subscription here this week if I haven't already. If I have, welcome back, and let's jump right on into your energetic past. This is messages of challenges or blessings of your energetic past, so please take what resonates here and leave what doesn't. This is the rune of manas, the rune of mankind. Thinking you know it goes around, comes around. The sense of grounded presence and how you reflect with other clans, other ideas, the clarity therein, your sense of definition, self-worth, identity, where you stand with your place in the world, place in the clan, ideas, labels, attachments, thoughts, beliefs, standards, practices, paradigms, all of that stuff. Okay, how grounded is it? How firm are you in it? Are you able to change your mind? Are you looking at things in healthy aspects? This is a pretty huge rune, everybody. All right, Aquarius. So taking what resonates, leaving what doesn't. Two of Wands here clarifies in your recent past. Two of Wands expanding horizons into this new clarity, this new awareness, and maybe this new aspect of yourself, this new sense of like, maybe you learned something about yourself here recently. Maybe you received a divine download, deja vu, premonition, dream, communication, intuitive hit, maybe a claircognizance, clairsentience, clairaudience, any one of over your 6 clairs popping up. We have those, so look out for those, right? Divine's always trying to talk to us. It's always up to us to listen here with the rune of Ansu is clarifying, the rune of communication, divine downloads, prophetic dream work, all that stuff. Blessings or challenges here with all these energies here in your recent past. Please take what resonates here, leave what doesn't. We will get a lot more clarity moving forward. This is an irreversible rune for your position of the now energy. The god Ing's rune, Ingwaz. This is divine masculine kind of healing work as well. This is also how stable you are with that sense of that god Ing's rune, the fertility rune. How fertile is the soil that you're planting the seed in? How protected and cared for is the container in which you are, what it is that you're growing. Lessons of divine timing come into play here as well. Showing up and being present when the time calls. Like the seed will open when it needs to. It will grow roots when it needs to. It will grow above ground. It'll produce flowers and fruit when it needs to, right? So blessings or challenges here with this in aspects of divine masculine. Also, good reminder, we have aspects of divine masculine and feminine within all of us. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, so Two of Cups clarifies this. So this is reversed. So probably maybe shaking your foundation a little bit, maybe a little bit of ego testing, and how maybe you're looking at your own cup being fulfilled rather than looking at your partners or your other energetic partnerships cups being fulfilled first, right? Any energy exchange always works better when we are seeing how other cups can be filled better than ours, right? So in the rune of clarity here for this is Hagalaz. Maybe this is release, maybe a romantic release. Maybe this is emotional release. Hagalaz here is the rune of unintended eventualities, as the hail rune. It could show up as a natural disaster, but this could also be an unintended eventuality, like a car repair or a house repair, that sort of thing, like a risk that we kind of accept and we kind of take. But this is divine doing the heavy lifting, moving all that stuff out of your way for you. Okay, this is yeah, for you, not to you. So this could be testing a lot of aspects of ego right now and our responsiveness. How are we handling the ups and downs with our emotional fulfillment? How stable is that, right? In your near future, abundance. Okay, the first thing that you thought of when I said the word abundance, what is it? This is the rune of cattle. Fehu is aspect of abundance. Healthier relationships and more balance and calling in dynamics of abundance from multiple streams and in your divinely guided path in your near future. Being more present and grounded and that more in your balancing your responsibilities, and energetic investments as they come along, as you gain more healthier aspects of abundance here in your near future. Three of Swords reversed. That's great news because you know your enemies, you know who they are, you know anybody or any other sort of discordant energies, what to look out for in the near future. You know, like the pitfalls, so to speak, or the sneaky energies that can come up and get you uh, as far as your abundance goes. So I think you're at least feeling that you are aware of any sort of other energies that you want to stay away from in order to foster more of that abundance. And here, yeah, manas. This has been a big journey of manas. This clarity, a sense of definitions, paradigms, thoughts, beliefs, standards, being able to change your mind. That clarity kind of moving forward is transmutative kind of energy. You're entering into a new aspect of being, a new sort of identity for yourself. This is more of a personal journey here, though, for you. So far, anyway. Let's see what your influence here is for the now. Influence here is in the rune of the sun, Salwilo. So shining like the sun, being authentic, right? And your natural success and abundance and vitality. That's influencing you right now, just being in your natural success. Seven of Pentacles reverse, yeah, not feeling very connected to your abundance or your authenticity, feeling like, okay, I put in some work and what's going on? Where's my abundance? Yeah, where's my energy being filled? You're looking at Two of Cups reverse, Seven of Pentacles reverse. How me energy, right? Get out of yourself, right? And call in that abundance. Like, don't chase, attract. Where's your influence clarity, rune of clarity? Okay, that is in the rune of Dagas. This is about clarity. You're looking for that clarity. You're looking for that transmutative, connecting the dots kind of energy, where it's not like revealing a mystery, but like yeah, like I said, connecting the dots, like information that you already know kind of stuff. So it's kind of like that infinite clarity of the hourglass tipped on its side, making that infinity symbol as well, where you know that this is kind of like that. Dagas means day, dawning, right? Transmutation between night and day, where you're in that middle and you can balance out those energies. You're kind of influenced by that right now. Where's that clarity? Where's that balance? Where's that stability? Where's my authenticity? Where's my abundance? Where's my me? What's in your near future? Or excuse me, what is not in your near future, but your advice for right now? Theresos is like Thor's hammer thoroughly swinging its Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, right? That lightning quick strike from the hammer. It can build, it can destroy, or it can protect. Very thorough energy, thoroughly divinely guided, and grounding energies, making a thorough connection moving forward. So, getting into that work, that dedication kind of energy, right? Your ducks in a row, mise en place, mental mise en place, mess in place, like your ducks in a row, kind of like I said, doing the research energy, rehearsing, rewriting, repracticing, proofreading. All of those dedication kind of energies play into that kind of advice to do right now. Be very thorough in what you're doing here right now, Aquarius. The Wheel of Fortune reversed clarifies here for you. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed clarifying, this is kind of like, yeah, okay, so this is not everything is predestined. You make your own destiny. You're doing your own thorough work and moving forward. Yeah, not everything is as fated as it seems, and not everything is predetermined. You're taking an energetic leap. You need to take that energetic leap. Not as everything is what you were told or what you were convicted or told of. So Divine says, take the energetic leap. I've got you. Do so thoroughly. Yeah, do your research, do your stuff, get your stuff in place. But know that it's not all what the experts say. It's not all predetermined. It's not all fated here for you. You're determining your own and getting your own change of perspective. You're uncovering your own mysteries here in through this. Okay, that's what your advice here is for the now, Aquarius. What is, that's Pertho, by the way, the Gamor's Cup, right? Rite of passage, a birth, a pregnancy, um, friendly board game and competition. This could also be just any energetic investment where you know how it starts off, but you're not quite sure how it can end, but you want to get it to its best possible end because it can pay off in dividends, right? So your outcome here is that clarity, is that transmutation energy, like the butterfly emerging from the chrysalis. You also have that clarity here moving forward to the Three of Swords reversed. This is an irreversible rune, so regardless, you know where you stand. You know who you are, where you stand in your place in the world. You are that butterfly emerging out of the chrysalis with that clarity. You see how Dagas is also in the rune of Manas, with that clarity kind of built in, right? Knowing where you stand, knowing your attachment to labels, knowing your attachment to outcomes, thoughts, beliefs, standards, and all that, right? And having the clarity of like, okay, yeah, this is what it really is. Okay. Page of Cups reversed. Yeah, this is coming as a more of an inner standing than an outer communication. This is coming in from like divine source here for you, or it's gonna feel like it. This is gonna be a still like a very much an inner standing, and it's gonna be more. Yeah, it's gonna be more derived from a cerebral almost kind of a standpoint rather than a deep emotional one. But regardless, this is the root of Isa, so this, I guess, it does kind of qualify with it. So here, what I mean to say is not moving forward too hastily emotionally, but this is the ice that freezes over the lake for that emotional depth. You can see into the ice, into the lake for that emotional depth, emotional clarity, right? And going within for that clarity, right? The emotional depth, and not having to rely on an outer source for that emotional message, for that affirmation, for that clarity. This is you doing it yourself. And having that better sense of stability, self-worth, identity, where you know exactly where you stand and who's on your side and all that good stuff, and where your abundance lies here in your near future. This is beautiful work. You will know exactly where to go. A lot of evaluations are coming under scrutiny here with that full moon, especially as it pertains to partnerships and dualistic kind of things like this Libra full moon energy. Okay, so Soul's Journey Oracle deck for the message of clarity. These are messages straight from source, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. Divine, please show us clearly with one card. What is the card of clarity for Aquarius's divinely guided rune reading here for this week? Beautiful full moon in Libra energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Indecision says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Indecision. You know, we don't usually get this card, and it's happened a couple times today now. That is very interesting because Libra energy kind of comes off as being indecisive. They're not being indecisive, they're just weighing both sides and getting kind of stuck in that loop, which makes them feel indecisive, all right, which makes them come off as very indecisive. Sometimes it actually is, all right, but let's read about this card here. As soon as I can find what page it is on. Okay, again, at the bottom it says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Aquarius, your soul is spirit manifest in the physical dimension. Even though you may feel limited by the constraints of your body, your connection to the infinite wisdom of the universe is always available to you in the form of intuition. You are never alone in making any decisions. Spirit only wants what's best for you, and by listening to your inner voice, you will always be guided to the proper outcome. All you have to do is ask. The expectations of others is only an illusion. You were taught to listen to fear. You were not taught to listen to fear. You were... Let me read that sentence again. I apologize, Aquarius. You were not born to listen to fear. You were taught to listen to it. That's all. That's all it says. Okay, last paragraph here about this card says, to visualize any decision in your life as a fork of the road, how does your body react when you imagine travels down each path? At first glance, one may look easier to traverse, and the destination might cause anxiety and a heavy heart. The other path might be more difficult to walk, but the destination would feel light and calm. When you silence your mind and listen to your intuition, the signposts will always be obvious. Thank you for your patience, Libra, and namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.